Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. The last time I was in the States I did a little shopping because I've been thinking about this for some time now, especially on the toothpaste, but really everything. I've been thinking, like, why am I eating this clean diet and still putting all these nasty toxins in my body? So the last time I went to the States, which was, God, I can't remember now, last month, I've been back about 3 weeks now. I decided I'm going to try to change out as much of the stuff as possible. So I started using a natural shampoo, or actually I'm using both, and I'll show you what I'm using. I'm using something natural in my hair. I'm using a natural soap. I'm using a natural toothpaste, and I'm using a natural deodorant. Now I haven't gotten my coconut oil. I'm gonna probably try to lean towards making my own toothpaste, but I feel good. You know, I've switched over to these products, and I'll show you the products that I'm using in a minute, but I'm going to give you a little background on why these products are so bad, because, you know, I know they're bad. Sometimes I don't need to know all the details to know something's bad for me, but since I was going to do a video, I wanted to look it up and just see exactly what is in all this crap that we're putting in and what we're doing is, especially the stuff we're putting on our skin, I mean, this is the biggest organ in our body. I remember hearing somebody say once that we really shouldn't put anything on our skin that we wouldn't put in our mouth. And that kind of stuck with me. But anyway, and I got this mostly, I looked at a lot of different articles online, and I got this from 2 different articles, and I'm going to put the link down below. Now, one is for the Real Essential, one is from www.therealessentials.com, and that is an essential oil website, so they're selling something, but I found the general information to be pretty legit. And it says, is your shampoo, toothpaste, and soap destroying your health? And this is just highlights. Like I say, if you want to go back and read these 2 articles, you can. And there's just bits and pieces here in my notes. Have you read the ingredient label on your shampoo lately? How about the label on that bottle of bath gel or toothpaste or moisture cream? If you have, you most certainly ran into a practically endless list of hard to pronounce, even harder to decipher chemical names. Have you ever wondered if all those chemicals are really safe? If you're worried about the ill effects that daily doses of chemicals in your personal care products can have on your health, you have a good reason for concern. Now, what do these ingredients do? What kind of reactions can they cause? What happens inside our bodies when the chemicals build up over decades of use? And what happens when they interact with other chemicals that we're taking? What happens to petrochemicals in our body? The truth is, the petrochemicals found in most shampoos and cosmetics can be absorbed through the scalp and skin, and over time accumulate in the organs and tissues. This accumulation may result in mounting brain, nerve, and liver damage, according to a recent government study. For example, take aluminum. To reach the brain, aluminum must pass the blood-brain barrier, an elaborate structure that filters the blood to prevent toxic elements from entering the brain. This filtration system developed over a long period of time for our protection. Elemental aluminum doesn't easily pass this barrier, but, now listen to this, elemental aluminum doesn't easily pass this barrier, but aluminum compounds found in many consumable products do. And here now they're getting to one of the toxic compounds. One of the most common and potentially toxic compounds commonly found in personal care products is DEA, diphenhydramine, formulated into soaps, detergents, and surfactants, whatever that is. It is found in over 600 home and personal care products. The shampoo and soap you use probably includes it, belonging to a class of chemicals known as alkanolamines, which includes big words, some different things. DEA has been linked with kidney, liver, and other organ damage according to several government-funded research studies, and has been proven to cause cancer in rats when applied to the skin. And it goes on to tell more about DEA and TEA in cosmetics and the things that they can do to the body. I mean, these are just, we're naming the toxins, but this is just, like I say, you can go back and look at the specific toxins that are involved, but it's, do you really need to know the name of the poison? If I just say, okay, you're being poisoned, do you need to know the name of the poison and all the details? Well, it's interesting, but yeah, I don't. I just kind of know that there's some bad stuff in there. But on the other hand, I wonder, like, I'm 50 years old. I've been doing this stuff for, how many years? I mean, how much spirulina, chlorella, metal pulling type stuff do I have to do to get this stuff out of my body, and how much is accumulated in my body? There's another, talking about different chemicals. Are you washing your hair and brushing your teeth with antifreeze, engine decreasers, and chemical solvents? Many other potentially toxic petrochemicals are found in commercial personal care products. Some quaternium compounds like benzene chloride can be fatal if ingested and can cause necrosis or tissue death of the mucous membranes in concentrations as low as 1%. Plus there's some other agents like synthetic colors such as FDNC Blue 1 or suspected carcinogens. Yellow dye number 5 can instigate asthmatic breathing. Here are a few other ingredients commonly found in shampoo, conditioner, and soap. Propylene glycol, also called propanediol, and it's a colorless, viscous, hygroscopic liquid used in antifreeze solutions, in brake and hydraulic fluids, as a de-icer, and as a solvent. It is implicated in contact dermatitis, kidney damage, and liver abnormalities. It can inhibit skin cell growth in human tests, all other kind of things. There's sodium lauryl sulfate, and there's just a list of different things here. Like I say, you can, if you're really interested in the names, you can go back and read them. And then toothpaste. You know, that's the main one. You put it in your mouth. And have you ever read the side of commercial toothpaste? Keep out of the reach of children under 6 years of age. If you accidentally swallow more than used for brushing, seek professional help or contact the Poison Control Center. I mean, listen to that. That's crazy. We're putting this in our mouth. We brush our teeth with it 3 times a day. Okay, and it's talking about how we encourage our kids to brush after every meal, and then, you know, or we're told to brush after every meal, and we're using this stuff and we're putting all these toxins in our body every time. With the deodorants, some of the most common, and I'm going to finish with the deodorant, some of the most common ingredients found in deodorants and antiperspirants are parabens, zirconium, and aluminum. Over the last 8 years, several research studies have shown that various types of parabens act like estrogen when introduced to animal tissue cultures. Estrogen has been known to drive the growth of cancer cells, and research at Reading University has suggested there may be a link between the increase in breast cancer in the last 25 years, which coincides with the introduction of antiperspirants. Breast cancer tumors in men and women tend to occur in the outer section of the left breast, yada yada yada, because you're apparently, if you're right-handed, it probably occurs in this one because you're applying more on this side. And some researchers think that by preventing sweating, you block the excretion of toxins which can build up in the lymph glands. Zirconium and aluminum in antiperspirants has also been found to enter cells and mutate DNA, which may lead to cancerous growth as well as disrupt hormone levels. Yeah, I mean, I've thought that for years about the deodorant. That there's just, you know, that's some nasty stuff in there. But of course we have to use deodorant, or actually I do, because I've traveled. One thing when I went, and I'll show you right now what I'm using. Well, actually I'll show you the deodorant first. Now this is, and like I say, I didn't really do any research. I'm going to, you know, experiment with these. This is it's just called Jason. I don't know if you're familiar with this one. I bought it in my health food store in Pensacola, Florida, where I talk to you guys I go, and it's a pure natural deodorant. Now, and it says right on the label, no aluminum, no parabens, no propylene glycol, and something else. And it's not an antiperspirant. I've always thought about that, like the antiperspirant, like there's just something unnatural about that, like you're trapping the sweat in your body. You know, there's just something naturally wrong about that, not letting that get out. Now this, I'm going to have to tell you, even though I'm pretty clean and I don't stink, you know, like some people, this, it sort of gets me through the day. If I use it in the morning, I'm not offensive. I kind of smell a little, I notice myself a little bit more. but I'm not terribly ripe. I'm self-conscious about that, because when I traveled Europe and I've done the backpacker thing, and you always had the hippies that kind of stunk. And you know, when you're, and they give you their reasoning, but anything I'm doing, I don't have a right. I have a right to stink as much as I want, but I don't have a right to be out in public and bothering you by me stinking. So I do have to, you know, worry about that a little bit more. But when I go to the land, I won't even worry about it. That's why nobody will want to live with me, because I probably won't even use any of this stuff. The next one I have is good old Dr. Bronner's. I'm using this. I bought this thinking I would just use this for everything. A buddy showed me last year. Actually, you can use this on your hair, you can use this on your body, and you can even brush your teeth in it. You can do any, you can wash anything with this. Dr. Bronner's, it's a good product. I bought this. I went to my store twice while I was in the States last time, and I bought this, and I was thinking, and then somebody told me, okay, if you do everything, like if you use this as your body wash too, that stuff's going to go pretty quick. So I've been using, for body, I've been using a bar of the Dr. Bronner soap. Now, one thing about this soap, I will tell you, my hair's okay. What I had been using before, and this is an odd thing, I don't wash my hair very much. I've just, you know, I've got the natural oil thing going. It may not look as great when it starts getting a little dirty, but, or I don't know how dirty it is. I mean, I don't get an itchy scalp. But I was basically washing my hair about once every week, and for some reason I use Head and Shoulders. I don't know how I got started using Head and Shoulders. I've never had a dandruff problem, but somehow years ago I got started using Head and Shoulders, and there it stuck. Now this, so far, I may try some more. I may try some different vegan shampoos and things without chemicals as I do this. It's because, like I say, this it's not great on the hair. It's not that bad. It's not bad. Leaves my hair, doesn't really leave it with that good, nice shine right after I finish washing it. And then for toothpaste, I've got two kinds. Well, I've got one I'm trying, and then I'm going to open the other one. This is Nature's Gate. And obviously it's fluoride free and sulfate free, and like I said, I could have gone online and read reviews. I didn't review any of these. This, so far, I mean, it's good, or it seems to be good. I've also got some of this. I don't know. I'm going to try. This is some Tom's. Now, I didn't know Tom's. I had bought one Tom's when I was in the States, or the first week that I went to my store. And I got home and it had fluoride in it. I'm like, why am I buying a natural, why do I want a natural toothpaste with fluoride in it? So Tom's does have a toothpaste with fluoride if you should buy some of that. But anyhow, I'd love to hear any recommendations anybody has on these products, because I probably am going to dabble a little bit. I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind finding a decent, just one good shampoo or one good multi-hair product, because, you know, I like my hair to look good every once in a while, and it is naturally pretty good. So, but I'm not going to get into using products, you know, bunches and bunches. I want something to wash my hair, something to wash my body. I'll probably end up making myself, I still haven't gotten the coconut oil in bulk that I want. I'll probably end up just making myself a toothpaste out of coconut oil, baking soda, and maybe a little bit of mint for flavor. But anyhow, think about that. I hope you check out these links and read a little bit more about this. And yeah, just think about what you're putting on your body as well as what you're putting in your body, because in the end, what we're putting on our body, we are putting in our body, because it's absorbed. And like I say, this is the biggest, skin's the biggest organ in the body. So, you know, we really need to be careful what we're putting on in our body. One last thing, and I'm still working on that, but even though I'm not out in the sun a lot except for my times where I'm out there to get vitamin D. I don't use a sunscreen, but if I'm going to get back in the water surfing, I haven't been surfing much, I'm going to have something for my face, and I'm trying to find something natural. So that's one of the last products that I'm looking for. Mosquito spray, I usually use citronella. So anyhow, think about it. Think about what kind of products you're using. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Peace.